we are continuing the second part of our chapter, that is pronoun. This is reflexive pronoun. Reflex action means rebound action. In carom board, if the pawn is at the side of the frame, we are striking the striker to the opposite frame, and the striker will come back and sends the pawn to the pouch. That is called as rebound action. Therefore, if you throw a ball to the wall, it will come back and you are catching it. That is called as reflex action. Reflex action, not only the ball but also the wall. Both are responsible for having returning. Therefore, reflexive action. That is why it is called as reflexive, means rebound action. Somebody will say rebound. No, it is no word is there as rebound. Rebound, you have to say. Therefore, I don't know, there may be rebound, but another meaning is there. Now, reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun. She killed, example. She killed herself. You see, very important this is. She is pronoun, killed is verb, and herself is object. You see, the proceedings, the action of the verb killed, represented in the object, the action of the verb represented in the object refer to the same subject. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕ್ರಿಯಾಪದ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಅದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ಆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಡುತ್ತೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ? ಟು whom it is concerned to the subject only. This is called as reflex, rebound. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ರಿಬೌಂಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. She killed herself. They themselves cooked the food. ರಾತ್ರಿ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾರು ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಬೀಗಕ್ಕೆ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ನೀವೇ ಅಡಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತೀರಾ. ದೇ themselves cooked the food. ಅವರಿಗವರೇ ಅಡಿಗೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡರು. ಅಥವಾ ದೇ ಕುಕ್ಡ್ themselves ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ದೇ ಕುಕ್ಡ್, ಈಗ ಬೇಡ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೇ ಕುಕ್ಡ್ themselves. ಓಕೆ. ಹಾಗೆ he hanged himself. ಯಾರು ನೇಣು ಹಾಕ್ಲಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅವನೇ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ. he hanged himself. ಅವನೇ ನೇಣು ಹಾಕೊಂಡ. Here he is pronoun, hanged is verb. pronoun or noun ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ. pronoun, verb, the action of the verb, the result of the verb referred in object will refer ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, is returned back to the same subject. Then it is called as reflexive pronoun. Okay, we will go for second one, emphatic or emphasizing pronoun. Third one, emphatic or emphasizing pronoun. Emphatic, the dictionary meaning of emphatic or emphasizing. The dictionary meaning of emphatic or emphasizing is pressing something, stressing something. ಒತ್ತಿ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಶ್ರೀ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ emphasized every time to be clean and healthy always. Cleanliness is next to the godliness. Always our Prime Minister, our beloved Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi used to tell, emphasize, every time, emphasize. ಒತ್ತಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ ಅವರು, ಒತ್ತಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Emphatic or emphasizing pronoun. I myself was there. You see the difference between reflexive. I myself was there when the accident took place. ಒಬ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ 100 ಜನ ಸತ್ತೋದಂತ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಅಂತ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾಳೆ. One person, the best friend, is reporting to another girl, and that girl who is coming from that way where the accident took place came for a while, and she reports to these two fellows and reporting, oh, I myself was there. Say only 2 persons have read there, not 100. It is what we call as ಒಂದು ಥರ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳೋರು. ಅದು ನೋ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ. ಓಕೆ, ಉತ್ಪ್ರೇಕ್ಷೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಐ ಮೈಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ವಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ವೆನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್, ನಾನು ಇದ್ದೆ, ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟಕಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇನೆಯಾ? ಎಸ್, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ಸರ್, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್, ಹೀ ಈಸ್ ದ ಡ್ರೈವರ್, ಹೀ ಈಸ್ ದ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್, ಐ ಮೈಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ವಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಸರ್. ದ ಕ್ವೀನ್ herself came down to see her. ರಾಣಿ ಅವಳೇ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಲು. ಶಿ herself came, ಕ್ವೀನ್ herself. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಬೌಂಡ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ರಿಬೌಂಡ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ರಿಬೌಂಡ್ ಆದರೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿವ್ ಪ್ರೊನೌನ್. ರಿಬೌಂಡ್ ಆದರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದ್ರೆ ದಿ ಕ್ವೀನ್ herself. ಏನು ಮರ, ರಾಣಿ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಇಳಿದಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಇವತ್ತು ಅವಳೇ ಇಳಿದ್ಬಿಟ್ಲು ಮರ, ಇಳಿದು ಅವಳನ್ನ ಎದುರುಗೊಂಡ್ಲು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎಂಫ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಆರ್ ಎಂಫಸೈಸಿಂಗ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಫಸೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದೆ herself ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಕ್ವೀನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನೌನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು. ಐ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಪ್ರನೌನು, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಪ್ರನೌನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಒನ್ ಇಂಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರನೌನ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಒಂದು 1 2 3 4 indefinite pronoun. Indefinite pronoun, no guarantee, is called as indefinite. Indefinite pronoun. All are not happy. You don't know how many persons are there are not happy. All are not happy. Here all is called indefinite pronoun. Some are foolish. ಕೆಲವು ಜನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹುಚ್ಚಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ, ಮೂರ್ಖರಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಮ್ ಆರ್ ಫೂಲಿಶ್. ನೋ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಎಟ್ ಆಲ್, ಇಂಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್. ನೋ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಂಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್. ಸಮ್ ಆರ್ ಫೂಲಿಶ್, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ? ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ದೇರ್. ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ indefinite pronoun. When there is no definite, some are happy, some people are going, many people are coming back, many people, many how much? Many and rest, no lecca at all, no count. Many people are returning. ಭಾಳ ಜನ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹೇಳೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Many people are returning. In the above sentences, all, some, everybody, many represents indefinite persons or things. Therefore, such pronouns are called indefinite pronouns. Next, fifth one. Distributive pronoun. 5. Distributive pronoun. What is the meaning of distributive? Distributive things, so many things taken one at a time. ಅನೇಕ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದೊಂದಾಗಿ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಹಂಚುವುದು. ಅನದರ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಹಂಚುವುದು, ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಎವ್ರಿವನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎ ರೋಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಒಂದು 32 ಹೂವಿದೆ. ಎವ್ರಿವನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎ ರೋಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಐದರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪೆನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ. ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಪೆನ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಒನ್ ಎಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್, ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಹೋಲ್. ನೀದರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಾಯ್. ಇಬ್ರು ಹುಡುಗರು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಹಾಸ್ಟೆಲಲ್ಲಿ, ವಿಲ್ ಪಾಸ್. ಇಬ್ರು ದಡ್ರೆ, ಇಬ್ರು ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎವ್ರಿ, ಐದರ್, ನೀದರ್. ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ರಿಸೆಂಬಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎ ರೋಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಈಚ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಅನ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈಚ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎ ಪೆನ್. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪೆನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ ಇವತ್ತು. ಈಚ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎ ಪೆನ್. ಈಚ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಚ್, ಎವ್ರಿ, ಐದರ್, ನೀದರ್, ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಅಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕೊಡೋದು. ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ 32 ಜನ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, 32 ಗುಲಾಬಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ತಕ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಟೀಚರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲಕ್ ದ roses from there. Each one will you get one rose. It is called as distributive pronoun. Next, demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun. Sixth one, demonstrative pronoun. You are going to a fruit shop, fruit vendor, fruit shop. Take for example, you are going with your mummy. That vendor is showing so many types of fruits to your mummy, and you are standing near mummy, and you are taking one orange, and you are telling to your mother, mummy, this fruit is not good, mummy, and you will take another fruit, that fruit. Mummy, that fruit is good. I have tested it. I have seen this. That fruit is good. This fruit is not good. That means you are doing like this. Doing like this. What is this? This is nothing but pointing out something. Or experiments you are doing at the time of science examination in school is also called as demonstration. Therefore, it is very important, demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun is very important. Now demonstrative pronoun. This fruit is bad. That fruit is good. These oranges are not good. Those oranges are good. You are telling. You see, this and these are nearby objects, that and those are faraway objects. Therefore, pointing out something, while doing this, you are pointing out your forefinger, you are pointing out towards a forefinger. Therefore, pointing out something is called as demonstrative pronoun. Next, interrogative pronoun. 7. Interrogative pronoun. Interrogative, which I already told you while doing sentences. Interrogative means asking questions. Interrogative means asking questions. You see, what color is your hair? What color is your hair? The word which you use to ask a question is called as interrogative pronoun. What color is your hair? Means here you are using a word. You are asking a question. You are using this interrogation mark. What is the word you are using? What is the word you are using to ask a question on a noun? Asking questions on nouns is called as interrogative pronoun. Color is noun. Which book you prefer? Which book you prefer? Which is the word? Whose pen is this? Which is noun here? Book is the noun. Whose pen is this? Pen is the. Whose pen is this? Whose ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡ whose ಅಲ್ಲ. Whose pen is this? ಇದು ಯಾರ ಪೆನ್ನು ಅಂತ ಕರೆ whose. What, which, where, why, who, whose and how. All these 6W and 1H are used in interrogative. Interrogative means asking questions on noun. Therefore, interrogative they are called as interrogative pronoun. Last one is relative pronoun. Very important. Relative pronoun. In Kannada it is called as Sambandha Suchaka Sarvanama. There are two sentences of equal rank and order. There are two sentences of equal rank and order. One is entirely depending on the other. If you join those two sentences with the help of a pronoun, then it is called as interrogative pronoun. ಎರಡು ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಪೂರಕವಾದ ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳಿರುತ್ತವಂತೆ. ಆ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಪೂರಕವಾದ ಎರಡು ವಾಕ್ಯ ಅದು ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರವಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥವನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತಿರುತ್ತದಂತೆಯೇ ಆ ಎರಡು ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರನೌನಿಂದ ಸೇರಿಸಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಸಂಬಂಧ ಸೂಚಕ ಸರ್ವನಾಮವಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಪ್ರೊನೌನ್? ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಟೂ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್. ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಅದರ್, ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಎರಡೂ ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳು ಪೂರಕವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಎರಡು ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರವಾಗಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಬಹುದು. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ದೋಸ್ ಟು ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಳ ಇದೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ, ಎರಡು ಮಾತ್ರ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾನ್, he stole my purse. Here there are two sentences. This is the man, ಇವನೇ ಮನುಷ್ಯ. ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಲ್ಲಿ, he stole my purse. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರನೌನನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಕ್ಯ ಪೂರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಹೂ ಅನ್ನುವ ಪ್ರನೌನ್ ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಪುಟ್ ಹೂ ಹಿಯರ್, ಹೂ ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ಟೋಲ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬರೆದಾಗ, ದಟ್ ಹೂ ಸ್ಟೋಲ್ ಮೈ ಪರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದಾಗ ಇದು ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಪ್ರನೌನ್ which relates these two part of the sentences. Likewise, this is the boy, his nature is good. Here, this is the boy, one sentence, his nature is good, double sentence, whose is the correct word there, whose nature is good. This is the horse, it is the horse, third one. This is the horse. It won the race. Instead of it, if you use which, the sentence will be one sentence. This is the horse which won the race. Therefore, there are two sentences of equal rank and order. Both the sentences can stand alone. If we join those two sentences with the help of a pronoun, then such pronouns are called relative pronoun. Over. Therefore, I will finishing my lesson. Pronoun. Pronoun is a word which is used instead of a noun. There are 8 kinds of pronoun. They are personal pronoun, reflexive pronoun, emphasizing or emphatic pronoun, indefinite pronoun, distributive pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, interrogative pronoun, and relative pronoun. Okay, thank you very much. Watch the TV, watch the lesson carefully and go for notes. I will give you notes tomorrow, and also I am giving you homework about 15 to 16 sentences. Understand, all of you. All you have to work. Unless you work hard, you cannot get the result of good English. Thank you very much. Today I will finish. Next lesson is before going for verb, very important lesson in grammar. Before going that, I am doing article. You might have heard the article. A and the are called articles, and how to use these 3 articles. Thank you very much, dear children, for today.